Live event is over. There we go. New event. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, power went out. I think anyone who's still on Twitch will be back immediately. But YouTube has to make a new stream. So yeah, power outage, fun times. It's a little bit of a bummer because we used to have our router on an inverter, and it's no longer on, so it just switches off immediately. Anyway, this was going to be a last playthrough of this one, and then the other one, and then I might open a third thing, but it's also 8 p.m, so I might head off soon. Something weird is going on. I don't think my chat is connected because I'm seeing messages on the screen, but not on my chat. There we go. Sort of back. Gone again. Whack. randomly disconnected again. Okay, looks like I might be back. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the internet today. Cool. Those are the last two tweaks on that one. This was the... Let me just open VLC first. Otherwise we're going to get blasted. Need to turn the volume down first. Oh, no sound from that. Okay. That is so strange. How strange. Oh, I'm being rude. You guys can already hear it.
Puppets on the podium, strings in the hand. Silence our truth, but tables gonna turn. People will rise, let the empire burn. Marching through the system, chains in the soul. Fighting for a future they already stole. Sparks us to fire, we burn through the night. Each step we take, we're reclaiming the right.
Yeah, we want classes, they want classes. We mean schools and they need fools. They want slaves to treat like asses and keep control with all these rules. The world is made with all these assets. The land, the water, all the foods. Enough to fuel and feed the masses, but not according to these schools. Wow. They find power pure and precious. They made the systems too seize control and all the axes by waging wars of bloody practice. Lay down laws and hide from taxes, all with pride like they from Texas. Divide the people by the sexes, create a rift by noughts and axes. And wanna press us. They tryna press us. They tryna press us, but they won't oppress us. At least we got some pebbles of hope. Yeah. Not 1 cent sent by the 1% will kill the scent of death. Cause they conquered cowed with their corrupt crusade and then they choked and killed consent. Not 1 cent sent by the 1% will kill the scent of death. Cause they conquered cowed with their corrupt crusade and then they choked and they killed consent. And we won't forget, no we won't forget, no we won't forget, no we won't forget, we won't forget, cause we can't forget, no we won't forget, we won't forget, we just can't forget, we can't forget, we won't forget, yeah.
So that track, a friend of mine came to me and wrote the chords. On, I've got a little keyboard. One of these little Akai MPK minis. Because he wouldn't necessarily know how to play them on push. Proper muso, you know. And he also played the sax and the flute. So he wrote the chords, played the sax, played the flute, and also wanted the tempo change, so that like bossa section, sort of bossa nova kind of Latin section. Yeah. He didn't specify the sort of style. He just sort of wanted a different section, like a B section there, that was faster. And then he also brought the vocalists together. So they hadn't met each other. They kind of, one of them knew of the other one or something, and he was like fanboying. So it was pretty cool. And we also went to a studio to record the vocals. And that was pretty cool as well. I had to use Cubase for the first time. I was just sort of shown the shortcut to hit record, and then kind of had to figure out. I just kept duplicating tracks and stuff until we had the good takes, and then we labeled the muted tracks muted, but he exported all the tracks so I could use them anyway if I needed them. So yeah, I don't have the project file on this machine. Actually, I have the project without the vocals and sax. I have an old version of it on here. It's on my other laptop, the final sort of project, but it's gone off to get mixed by somebody else. They were fairly happy with my mix, I think, but it'll be interesting to hear what the other mix engineer does with it. I'm actually pretty sure he said he would be working on it tomorrow. So yeah. Interesting little collab track that one is. I'm going to have another playthrough of this other track I worked on today and started it last night. I wanted Stink to hear it as well. I've also got, when I was looking at my recent files, I've got a client who's got like a bansuri, like Indian classical flute that he recorded, and a bunch of Foley, sent me to sort of get creative with it and mix it for him. And then I made a psytrance track a couple of weeks ago, or at least like a piece of one for a local festival. This is a backing track that I'm working on for somebody. It's like what is that genre? Afrobeats. Looking for. Oh yeah. The problem with client work is I can't always show it on stream. Like I had permission to share that track, the hip hop one. I'm probably going to try and get permission. There's that electro swing band I do stuff for. It'd be nice to be able to work on their stuff on stream as well. Both happy with this and bored with it. Heard it a few times today, so I'm going to move along to a third track. I don't know how this one's going to load because it's also from a previous computer. And lo and behold, Loom. Huh. Didn't know I'd used Loom in a project. Okay. I might have to... that's a problem. Oh well. I will have to see. I wonder... I think it was some of the lead bits of the track, so this could be an issue. But at least I have a bounce. I can always reference it. So this track is from 2018. Man, seriously, why is this computer struggling so much? Definitely some weird stuff happening here. I think this has reset itself or something. Something strange going on here. I'm going to turn that off though. This is, I wanted to change some stuff about this track anyway. Why is that so loud as well? EQ as well. Jeez. And it seems like there's automation somewhere that I haven't seen. It's on its own track. That's why it sounds... I'm so confused. Well, it's kind of comforting when you like, I've played a version of this on a pretty big system and it sounded pretty cool. So it gives me comfort that I am able to find so much wrong with it now. I just want it to somewhat sound like it used to. I want to change all this, but I want to just hear it as it used to be first. I don't know where the loom instances are. I'm not really hearing anything missing. This is missing. Or is it? Oh, serums may be automated down. So maybe we'll hear it on this part. We found the other loom. pretty sure it was kind of an easy patch to redo. Pretty cool percussion, I think. There we go. It's got a very bright peak in there somewhere. It's serviceable enough to have a quick playthrough before I do anything else to it. Oops, muted. Yeah, all right. Interesting. Now switching headphones. I'll have to find the old bounce just to hear exactly how that stab sounded. I think it was kind of cool. I'd like to brighten up these fills. Okay, I see why I did that. Yeah, some interesting things I noticed, like there was a clashing tom and that low bass. That's why I started hacking up the bass over here. There's a tom down there. I just want to see if that tom is in this section as well. It is. I think it is. Aha. Alright, so that's pretty simple. I'm just going to recopy the changed version. Just for this section because there's a lot going on. Sounds like a tabla. Maybe every other one. For this section at least. It's really deep breath. Really annoying hearing a much more powerful computer struggle to play something that was made. I think this was made on a i3 desktop. Something ain't right, and it's elusive. I've not figured this problem out after all this time. Oh, well. Hopefully it'll be good to the next owner if I sell it. I'm still pretty happy with this track, I have to say. Glad I'm giving it a little bit of love. I want to tame these leads a little bit as well. That's better, I think. And then it would also be cool if this had a bit more movement to it. Wow, I'm so happy. I'm happy that I still think this is cool. There's stuff I did in this track that it's just like, how did this happen? And I wrote this pretty quickly, actually. It looks big, but it was actually literally in a night before a gig. I was up late and I made this whole track. It was one of those things that comes together and you look back at it and you're like, how did I do that? Sometimes you just get into a flow, you know? But I've learned I can't rely on that. One just has to sometimes push through and trust that if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. What am I looking for? I'm looking for... Oh, yes, I remember. It's this guy. It was more... Might even have been an octave down. It was more... Had more body. It had a bit more of an organish character. Suppose they didn't need to make organ samples because they could just synthesize an organ. cool. I'm going to do a last playthrough and then I'm going to head off. It's getting late. Pretty good if I can have 3 tracks playable tomorrow. Actually, there's one more project I want to open before I go. So last playthrough of this one. And the other one is more recent, so I hope I don't have to do loads to it. Still muted. There we go. Hell yeah, man. Pretty happy with that. That track's sounding serviceable again. Ooh. This one is missing Tell Filter 2 in clap format. Odd. Very odd. That's interesting. Cheers, Nod was one. Thank you for tuning in and for your kind words. This is not a bad time. Not a bad time to be streaming. I wish I could do this every day. I've been streaming for hours at this point. I'd have to check how long that first stream was. Honestly, the way it's been lately, I'm streaming when I have time to work on my own music. As I say, I sometimes do stuff for clients. And then I also prep for DJing and gigs. So, like tomorrow evening, this time I'm going to be at a gig. Sort of a gig. It's a friend's birthday. And I wanted to play some of my tunes. I know he likes this sort of music. Broadly speaking. So I've been finding these projects and just seeing if I can show them a bit of love. Yeah, this one is from 2018. If I could stream and just make music every day, you bet I would. I'm grateful that my client work is mostly music related. I've got one like admin type job that might rear its head again soon. But in general, let's see, clap plugin. Do I need to run the installer? Might as well. Some doors don't have clap, so I may as well do this. Okay. Right. Let's reload this. Might just find the clap, but it might not. I might have to rescan plugins. Yeah, I should have thought of that. Okay. See who's sending me messages. Ooh, quite a few. I'll get back to that shortly. I do need to head off after this playthrough. Because it's past dinner time. And I don't know what I'm going to do to eat. Yeah, I try to be pretty minimal with my plugins. But even I struggle. I mean, I use mostly free stuff, and then my paid stuff is like I have Complete 12, I think it was. No, 14. Complete 14? Or is that the one they're on now? Can't remember. I think it's 12. And then I've got the Air plugins bundle that I bought really cheap at some point. And then I've got some of the Tell stuff, but yeah, free stuff excluded, you know, Vital and stuff. So my brothers made an app that it's like an Ableton project manager where you can see what plugins were used. You can like point it at your project folder and then see what plugins were used and what samples were used. So yeah, it'd be quite cool if you're installing a new computer and you want to check what plugins without having to open them. I'm sure there's probably like a script for Reaper that does that. I want to look. But he eventually wants to do multiple doors eventually. He said the Reaper project file is way easier to like extract info from than Live's one. He said Live's one was like, I think it's like encrypted or something. It's like weird looking data. And then what's the other one? FL, he said it's literally binary. Like ones and zeros, I think. The project file. Crazy. And Reaper makes it quite easy to see what's going on in the project file. True. Does it say that for projects you haven't opened though? Because that's what his thing will do. It'll point at your whole folder and you can see without having to open stuff and see what's missing like I just did. Anyway, let me have a quick playthrough of this. Not sure why my kick sounds so good. So this track I made, when does it say? It's March this year, but it never ended up on my EP that I released in June. I don't know, it didn't make the cut for me. But I was listening to it on a big system yesterday or the day before, and it sounded pretty good. Man, this computer is driving me crazy. Why are you lagging? I'm literally on the highest buffer size I could possibly use. Memory intensive. The other laptop has 16 gigs, so that's interesting. This one only has 12. Still, we shouldn't have this many glitches at 19%. Okay, 50 altogether though. Still. So, what have I done on this? I'm just curious in terms of the kick particularly. Looks like I had 2 layers. So I had like a top layer. Just high passed. Interesting. And I guess I had a low passed layer. So my question now is, are they the same sample? Because maybe I didn't like the body of the kick. So I wanted to filter it down. I've sometimes done that. I want the... yes, they are the same kick. Oddly enough, I had seemed to have shifted their phase out. But I mean, if you think about it, EQ affects phase. So kind of makes sense that things wouldn't be phase coherent after you EQ them drastically. So yeah, my kicks break all the rules, I guess. Let's see what it looks like in there. Not bad. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is a memory leak. Because that seems high for this project. It's not like I used Contact. Pretty sure the marimba type stuff is Expand, which is very old school workstation, doesn't use a lot of memory. Yeah. And Serum. Really cool sound. This is, yeah, I love that trick in Serum. It's a little sequence. And it even sends MIDI. You can actually send MIDI out of Serum's clip launcher. So yeah, you can have a transposer on the keyboard and it will be in key. You can set your key down here. So you can actually get very interesting harmonic rich stuff using the sequencer. Flute House, I guess it is. What genre? I think I've heard of it called Organic House. That's what the stream was called. Desert Techno or Organic House. Sort of 2 genres in this sort of vibe and BPM. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head off. It was cool hanging out. Yeah, I should, yeah, I'll see if I can do anything with the live set tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it though. If it was the other laptop, it would be fine. Yeah. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a long day. Hell yeah. Long, productive day. Have a good evening. Hope you make some cool music and send it to me.